Welcome to the Incompetent Gamers Podcast, episode number 5. We got the boys here. We got Dave.
Mm,
We,
You're
we got Andrew vibing. And we got Felix, who just decided to step away for a second at the last second. So we'll be walking back here soon.
It wouldn't be an incompetent gamers podcast if one of us was incompetent.
That is, yeah, that's basically how it works. I, if you cannot tell, am sick.
Same.
It has been really painful these last few days. God, I have something I need to tell you guys, and I kind of want to wait till Felix gets here. Oh, there he is.
Oh, there you go.
Perfect.
He's miraculously
swear
returned.
to God, sometimes my big brown nuts hang too fucking low.
Welcome to the podcast, Felix. Fucking dickhead.
What's up?
Wow.
Like I said,
Well,
it would be incompetent gamers. So
of course.
I never
So,
said I was smart.
as some of you are aware, I mean, all of you in this call, but I don't know if you remember exactly, it was this week. My mother got married. Yeah,
how
so
did it go?
before we get to the would we rathers, which is the whole topic about today,
Would you rather walk your mom down the aisle or sit in chairs?
why I walked you down the aisle, so
I know.
I would rather sit. I'm kidding. Yeah, I'm kidding. No, but yeah, I'm gonna throw my mom under the bus because I don't fucking not like it's in a disrespectful way, but it's like it's something we should probably brush under. But it's a good story. I'm gonna say it. My mother passed out at the stand.
Oh.
They're getting to the vows. It was like 86, 87 degrees, almost getting to, like, it was just touching 90 inside because they didn't have good ventilation. We were all standing. She was in high heels, locked her knees, probably dehydrated, all these other, like, things. And she just fucking, like, her whole body stiffened. Her eyes started to flutter. And everyone realized, oh, she's going down. So we put a chair underneath there, got her to sit down, got her some ice, cold water. She was fine for the most part. Obviously a little woozy, all that for the rest of the night. Well, she gets up, she's doing fine. All of a sudden, her husband now starts wobbling. His knees are locked. He's in his suit.
God, no.
Bro.
And she's like, "Hey, you all right? You all right?" And he starts shifting, and I start inching my way over. And then it happened, and I put my arms underneath his armpit, and he collapsed. He sandbagged right into me, and that was the catch of the century. And he landed practically in my lap. I was looking down on him. His eyes rolled in the back of his head. I sternum rubbed him to wake him back up, and yeah, no, he was out like a fucking light. They both passed out on the
So-
stand.
Remember how last podcast we were talking about ghosts and stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
Oh my god, are you saying my dad fucking knocked their asses out? No, you know what's funny though? They literally right before this, the pastor was going through his whole spiel about all this different stuff. And he's like, and we're gonna take a moment to recognize some of those who could not be here with us today. And said, my father, my grandfather, and Lance's mother. So and then not too long after, they both pass out. I'm like, huh, Dad is here. That's like,
It probably doesn't help too much either. Like, how old are they both?
oh, 60s. My mom's 60, and then Lance is 58.
So, I mean,
They ain't got the energy to get married, bro.
No, yeah. I mean,
that with the heat and dehydration, like, it's just what's the word? Fucking
I don't think that's it.
I don't know. I can't talk.
That ain't it, bro.
Brain work, not.
That ain't it, Chief.
No, but it was funny because like the pastor's like, and then we know that these individuals who are no longer with us are standing here joyfully cheering towards this great union. I'm like, and they both passed out. I think they both got bitch slapped from the other side.
That's a good sign.
Um,
Well, let's
No,
see
but-
how this week after their marriage goes.
oh, they're doing fine. They're doing fine. They're
That's
feeling
good.
better after they were slow woozy bit for a little like after. But
Probably got a
like,
little bit of mild heat stroke.
yeah, I
with
was
not drinking water.
I was kind of laughing though the entire time because I was like, hey, at least you can't complain that the other one passed out at your wedding. You both fucking did it.
We both fucking
Yeah.
did.
Yeah. No, but yeah, let's get into the topic. Unless any of you guys got some story from the week. Anything that's been going on with you guys?
No, no, no.
Like I was touching on before the podcast started, I got a letter from Fidelity talking about how I have money in a retirement account I never fucking started. Turns out the job I worked for prior to the software company I work for at the moment started a retirement account for me, even though I told them I don't want your fucking retirement account.
Weird.
And so I just closed it, and now I'm getting money before the trip. So there's money for the trip.
Yeah. Speaking of
Nice.
which, next podcast will be in person, all of us in the same place.
Not the next one, the one after.
Oh yeah, no, because two next one after this next one.
And 2 podcasts.
Yeah.
That is another thing I could bring up though. My work just decided to have this freaking CEO mandatory meeting that week,
Right.
and they're causing me hell to get that day off still.
Forgot about that.
So I've been constantly trying to get at him about it.
Like, hey, motherfuckers, dick slap. Ow.
What?
Oh.
You want me to walk
Wait.
up to him? Let me go.
Or I'll assault
Um,
everybody in here.
Wait, so didn't you request this off quite a bit ago or no?
He
I
did.
Okay.
And I just finally got the letter back saying no. And I'm like, well, what? What? It's like, why? And it's like, it's not even on the date that we're going. It's like, well, there's going to be other people that are going because we have to do the whole warehouse. And
Right.
There's not going to be anybody there to take care of the stores. It's like,
Oh, man.
We're
Well,
basically just waiting with our dicks in hands to find out what's going on.
yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just kind of shit out of luck. So I'm still trying to go. But I'm like now in the point of like, the hell.
you fucking better make it.
I'm trying. I want to go.
No, you're going to fucking go. You better figure it out. All right.
If I have to even call out for one of the days just to show up for like with like one of the main days,
Yeah,
then
he
I
did
will.
say that the other day when Andrew and I were talking about it.
Hell, I'll call out like 3 o'clock in the morning or the night before, and then just be like on my way at like 6 a.m.
Like I said, dude, just don't. If it's going to jeopardize your job, you know,
That's what I need
that's more important.
Because if it is, because they're being really stern about it, because like all the head corporate bigwigs are going to be down. So if it
Mhm.
is, then I might not be able to. They didn't do this last year or the year before or the year before that. They did it like they did it in June.
Oh well, let's hope.
Yeah.
I'm hoping this still goes through. Everything's good on my end. Just you guys are kind of all a little shaky, but
Oh, I told you I'm making. I already got the tickets and everything.
yeah, I know.
Motel and shit
Felix is
are-
the only one set in stone. Dave, I think, was also having a little bit of an issue. So let's hope that. So who knows? Maybe it's just again, it's just another one of those two people meet until the rest of us meet, which I hope it's not the fact. Like,
You guys are all going to be able to hang out. I'm going to be the one left out.
That's
Well, dude-
canned. You can come get shit faced with us after work. You know, I'll shove alcohol down your throat as much as you don't want it. I'm just kidding.
That's yep. That's a little bit much. Hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom.
I'm wrong. All right, let's get into some would you rather's real quick. Let's see what we can
All right, bet.
talk about. So this is the first one I got for you guys. Would you rather live until you're 80, but you're always your 25-year-old self in health, appearance, and all such? Or would you rather live until you're 400, but you're always your 400-year-old self? You're always the old wise man.
That's an easy answer.
Oh yeah.
What do you guys think? Would you like to live forever, or not forever, but 400 years? Would you like to live for 400 years and see million things in your life, or would you like to live in your peak condition
For the
until
rest of your
80?
life until about 80. I would rather live until 400 with my body aging because yes, well, health is nice. I wouldn't want to live forever, but I'd like to live long enough to see technology go even further than it is right now, and then finally pass away after that for a while.
Yeah, but you'll be
For only a while.
You'll be a decrepit old man.
That's fine. Monks have done it.
Not 400 fucking years.
I know, but still, I don't know. I would like to gather as much information as I can before I go, and I feel like that'd be the best way.
No, I definitely. Yeah, I'll. No, because that's not a would you rather question I'm gonna ask. So, no, personally, like if I was given the option, if I could have immortality until I could just turn it off one day, I'd fucking love that.
Yeah, that'd be cool too.
Like just the ability to just turn on immortality, live like however
Because
long
that's
you
the one
want, and then
thing you
once you're
always see
tired of it,
people.
you just turn it off.
Yeah, that's one thing you always see people talk about. Is like, oh well, I mean, you'd want to die someday. Like there are people who have lived up to 120, and they're like, I wish I died in my 80s. And I'm like, yeah, I feel that.
Yeah.
I
Just-
don't know. All I'm gonna say is I want to be here for a fun time, not a long time.
You
That's
say
also
that,
fair.
yeah, but people say that until they have a fun time. Like, man, I wish it could last.
I do want to stay around long enough to learn a few things, but I don't think I need 400 years if I'm going to be honest. And plus, yeah, being able to only walk like a mile a day eventually will be kind of ass.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
So
also think about the technology in the future.
Will you floating around like Wally in your little
I
floaty
don't
vision?
want, but I
Felix-
don't want to. I don't want. If I do get to that point, I still also don't want to be the old fuck that has to be dependent on it.
Felix
You
is that
know?
one fucker who's right. I got this down lock because if I'm 400 and it's like super technologically advanced, then they'll just find something to make me like peak health again, or they'll just transfer my
Right.
brain, or they'll put me in a
Well,
fucking
I don't
robot.
know. I don't really care about that.
Like
I
the
don't want to
fuck-
be in a robot or anything because that shit's terrifying to me. Like that's part of the reason why I got rid of. Like I'd like to get VR again to fuck with every now and then, but that's part of the reason why I got rid of my VR. Is because like the way that things are going like that is starting to become fucking terrifying.
You got rid of your VR because you're afraid that they're gonna digitally like trap you
No.
in a matrix.
No, it's not that. It's
Your
more
Oculus Quest 2 is
pull an
so
Yeah,
hyper
it's-
realistic that you're like, shit, I don't know what's reality anymore.
like no. I just stopped
With your
enjoying it
sweaty
because-
ass eye muffs and shit, and like, oh
No,
my
I stopped
God.
enjoying it because of how much how much time people are spending in it. Like there are people who will
Oh,
spend
yeah.
every single day of their lives in there still, and I was like, dude,
Yeah, that's because
stop.
Well, I'm
You-
not gonna lie. I don't blame them. The real world sucks a lot of dick.
I mean, you're right.
the real
Yeah.
world sucks, but I mean, those people
Fact.
just have the issue.
It's- Here's my
I-
thought with it. Look at how much the world has changed in the past 400 years, right? Think of how different it'll be in the next 400.
Oh, it'd be insane. I mean, since what? Since I would say maybe the 60s, it's been exponential.
Exactly. I think it'd just be interesting to see that, like with your own eyes.
Oh yeah, only 60 years, and we've gone from the big ass, barely useful technology we had back then, where they're launching into space with literal, like you could count the bytes
Mm-hmm.
in physical wire form. To oh yeah, this iPhone has more computing power than the entire world had at one
Yep.
around that time.
At many points.
Well, I mean, at that point, I mean,
Yeah. I know.
like the supercomputers were literally a fucking
Whole room.
micro SD card we put in our photo cameras now.
Yep.
Yeah.
And not
So,
even a full one. It was like a third of what you can get, if that.
yeah.
Mhm.
Mm,
So
I still have a box somewhere of like floppy disks that are still like this big.
I feel like everybody
pulled them
does.
out
And if
one
you
day,
don't, there's
and they're
something wrong
like-
with
yeah, I
you.
got a
It's
floppy
like
disk
300
somewhere.
kilobytes, and I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
huh?
I still got my old ass Atari in the fucking garage somewhere. I gotta whip that thing out sometime. Play some good old E ET.
ET, bro. That shut up, bro.
The game was so awful, but it's
Well, you
so
have a copy
fucking
of
good to
ET?
have.
No, it's
Fuck
so
yeah, I do.
You know
no.
how much that
There's
thing's worth now?
wasn't
Huh?
it? Was it Brazil that they had the whole issue?
They found the whole trash, the buried. Yeah.
Yeah, Atari lost so much money on it. They just sent it. They offshored it to a different country
Mhm.
to landfill it, and there were
Yep.
so many copies that people are still finding them today.
Mine's
in
not
these
gonna be
giant
worth a lot though
clusters.
because it's opened. Is the issue.
Oh
Oh,
my god.
I don't even
man.
care about that though. It's a fucking. It's not. It's an awful game, but it's fun. It's one of those. So like, I also have like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game for the Atari. That one was fun, but also trash.
I heard that's one of the hardest games out there.
It is so fucking awful to play as a kid. At least I haven't played it in 10 years.
Dude, the hardest game for me as a kid was definitely Super Monkey Ball. That shit pissed me
Oh
off
my
so many
god, I
times.
loved that on the GameCube. I'd play it all the time, and then sometimes a Wii.
hmm
God, that shit, dude.
So Dave, what
Uh,
would you gonna pick? You gonna pick the '80s one, like peak self
Yeah,
until you're 80?
I would rather live at my peak self until I'm 80, just because like I don't know, part of it is like again like the physical dependence thing. Is like, yeah, if I go to the future I could probably get myself fixed, but
Mhm.
I don't know what that also entails, given the fact that it's probably more like regulated and stringent by whoever does it.
Mm.
I feel like something like that, once it's figured out, it's not getting mass produced. No, the fuck. No way. Not for a while, not until like a world gets reset or an uprising happens. And I'd be around for that first, honestly. It sounds like a more fun time.
I mean, I think I'm
But
kind of with.
I'll be 25 for that.
Yeah, I'm kind of with Dave and Andrew on this. I'm cool with it not being too long of a time, but being like a peak self. Because like that's the problem with life. You know, by the time you get to your older age, that's when you start getting your money acquired, like accumulated. You never can
Right.
enjoy it because you're always shitty fucking health, and you have to be slow and all that stuff. But if you get if you work, even if you follow the normal path of life, work your whole life, and you're still at your peak health, and when you're finally retired, that's amazing.
Right.
So I'm cool with that. I don't need to live like that long. It'd be cool to live that long, 400 years, but if I'm gonna be a decrepit old man,
Right.
and if you get decrepit at fucking 80, imagine another 320 years of that shit. I'm
Mm.
good.
yeah, no.
People
Dude, I want
suffer
to be
for.
able to like skydive one of these days. I can't imagine being an 80-year-old like physical self just going.
Oh my god. Fucking die on the
I just
way
like to
down.
learn stuff, I guess.
Dude, I mean, there are stories of some people who have died just skydiving just because it was just too much for them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
So,
they had a heart attack. That's also. It's not just because it wasn't. It was too much for them. They had underlying health problems with their heart and stuff like that because they weren't taking care of their bodies beforehand. Which is one of the things that they tell you. Hey, if you're going to be doing this, you need to make sure you are in good physical condition. And a lot of time they're just not.
yeah.
I stand by my answer.
So I got another one. This one's a little more not so philosophical and that kind of thing. Kind of curious what you got to pick. Would you rather have the smell of a dog or the eyes of an eagle?
Eyes of Eagle.
Yeah, eagle eyes.
Because dogs got like what, 8 times as many like nasal receptors than the human, and
Depends on the breed,
eagles.
but some breeds, yeah, because some breeds are insane.
Well,
That's
yeah,
why they can track for miles.
A bloodhound.
yeah. Then eagles have some of those. Well, eagles have really shit close-up
Beagles actually
vision.
have better than bloodhounds do.
Mm.
What?
Better smell. Beagles have better smell.
Well, eagles don't think eagles really have really shitty close-up vision, but really good far?
Mm-hmm.
I think so.
Their eyes are more telescopic. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of like trying to use like a zoom camera, and then you try to focus on something really up close. The macro on it is just terrible. It's just because of
Mm.
lens. It's just how it works.
Mm-hmm.
Lens focus range. It just doesn't do it.
Oh
But
man.
yeah, no, I would definitely do the eyes of an eagle, hands down, man.
I mean,
can do
I'm
so
wearing
much
glasses
more with
right
that.
now. I'd love to have the eyes for me.
I can't imagine like if you're in an everyday thing and that's just like say like this is like a superpower of yours, and if you're say you're let's just say like you're a detective and you have the ability to have super smell. You'd be walking around investigating crime
I
scenes.
was literally thinking that exact same line of
I was about to
thought.
say that's That's
Just-
why I do the smell personally.
You'd smell the knife and be like, all right, let me go around to these suspects.
Alright,
You smell
alright.
that motherfucker right there. I smell it right on his ass.
It's like I can't imagine doing that. Be like, wait, Sergeant Hinkle, I recognize that smell. He's here with us right now.
Fucking Sergeant Hinkle, man.
I do the smell personally. I feel like it could come in way more use than the sight.
I don't know, man. It'd be pretty talk of the town if you were up in a helicopter, just like overviewing the area and the scene, and you just saw like this tiny speck way out, like 2 miles down the road, just and you recognize their face from that far away.
All right, but imagine having the smell of a dog and becoming the world's best private detective, right?
Yeah, but imagine
a
being in a room
weird-ass
with someone
private
farts, bro.
detective.
Yeah, right. Just plug your nose, bro.
Not
You can breathe through your mouth.
not only do
You
you smell it,
retire as a
you
doctor,
smell
like,
it 8
"You know
times as
Rocco."
much. You smell every fucking particle of that shit out of that dude's ass that moment you fart. You gotta think about that when you do it. Because like you're not just smelling it like more powerful, but you're smelling it in layers that you've never smelled
Oh.
before.
Right.
Oh man,
Like
hey,
and
buddy.
if you're like at bloodhound
Listen,
level,
pal.
you're like, oh, I know what this motherfucker ate.
I know what this motherfucker
listen,
ate.
pal. You need some more onions and more broccoli in your diet.
Oh shit.
You're a little deficient in some places. God damn, man. Oh, I couldn't. That would be gross as hell. I couldn't
Yeah,
do
no,
that.
I would do the super sight, to be honest.
Yeah, I think I would do super sight. That's also because I'm
I'd
blind
do
as
super
fuck.
sight.
Nice to be able to fucking see again.
Felix, are you still
That's
gonna
fine.
look
I'll
at
be the
smell?
outlier. Yeah.
You been
Felix is the
outlier.
It's got-
outlier, man.
Yeah, it's got some stuff that's bad with it. Obviously, you'll smell fucking nasty shit before anybody else does, but I feel like it's got way more uses than super sight like that. Like eagle specific sight. Because you can't see shit close up. Imagine you want to get a close up of your daughter's face, right? You want to have her holding, you're playing with her and shit like that. You know?
What a shitter pulling
It's
up
just
that
blurry as
daughter
fuck.
card. You expect me to have children?
Yeah, you're right. fair enough.
All right. Well, we're gonna get to our
Throw
first
that
trivia.
blurry mess
Actually,
anywhere.
yeah, I know that blurry little shit. Anywhere. We're gonna to our
Now here's
first trivia
Samantha.
question. First trivia question is: when was the phrase "Would you rather" most searched on Google?
Like what year?
The options are January of 2016, April of 2020, or June of 2017. What do we think?
January 2016.
January 2016 is for Felix. Anyone else?
What year did the? Okay, hold on. What are they?
No
what are the
looking
questions
up.
again?
No looking up
What are
anything.
the
Right?
questions again?
What are the years
Okay,
again?
so the years. So when was the phrase "Would you rather" most searched on Google? Stop typing shit. I'm gonna.
I'm not typing anything.
Thank you. Okay. January of 2016, April of 2020, or June of 2017. What do we think?
Can I get my reason for 2016?
Sure.
YouTube.
What you
That
say?
was
Like,
when would you
Jacksepticeye
press
and all.
no yeah the would you press the button shit
Mhm.
and shit like that. Of course, would you rather? I'm pretty sure it was around 2016, if not 2015, maybe close to 2017. I'm pretty sure it was around 2016 that was really popping off.
Okay.
I'm gonna personally say 2020 because I think that was the same year that the Whose Line Is It Anyway popped up on a new season.
I
They
don't
did like
know.
one more quick new season, so I'm assuming people
What?
might
No,
have
I'm-
confused it with Would You Rather because they did a lot of stuff like that too.
I don't
Right.
think they did anything in
So what do
2020.
you think, Dave?
They did. They did a brand new season.
What do you think, Dave?
I don't know.
2016, 2020, or 2017?
Or was it 17? Oh no.
I don't think Whose Line Is It Anyway is the same as Would You Rather though, so I don't know how that would
Oh.
correlate properly.
They did a lot of stuff like that where they had like there was a game called Would You Rather.
I don't remember that.
Remember
but
hacked
You
out
have a
the
guess,
answers.
Dave, or are you just gonna shoot
It was
the
something.
dark?
It was something weird like that.
I'm just gonna shoot in the dark. I'm gonna go with option B.
So 2020.
27. Or I thought it was
I'm actually gonna change to
2017.
17.
So it's
was-
2016, 2020, 2017.
Oh,
I'm gonna stick with
2017 is
Switch.
option 3. Then,
Okay,
yeah,
so
I'll go with option
wow.
3.
Yeah, I'm gonna go 17 as well. Actually, I'm gonna change that to that one.
Okay, so we have Felix 2016. We have Andrew and Dave at 2017. And the correct answer is April of 2020.
Really?
April of 2020 saw the highest search results of the phrase "Would you rather?" And funny enough, most American shutdowns of the country happened in February of 2020. So, if anything, it actually might have been because of COVID. It might have been people were too
Fair
bored
enough.
and they looked towards.
People are on like Omegle and shit like that.
Yeah, people were just online more, trying to search up shit to make themselves not so bored. But funny enough, just to make you guys maybe feel better, Felix, you were actually right. If COVID probably didn't happen, but prior to April of 2020, January of 2016 was actually the other spike.
Yeah, I thought so because of YouTube and shit like that.
So you would have been right if whatever happened in 2020 didn't happen in 2020. So yeah. Otherwise, I think 2017 was just a random throw in there I did. Because fuck you guys. But no, good job. I mean, none of you got it right, but
Almost, almost.
you were close. I mean, Felix was correct about one of the other peaks. I think the reason that peak was there was obviously because of the whole button, would you rather with Jacksepticeye, the whole blue and red kind of website where you would pick one or the other. All right. This one's one I found that was pretty fucking great. Would you rather suck on a hobo's toe for 2 minutes or be stuck in a cage with a honey badger and a lion 20 seconds?
Be stuck in a cage with a honey badger and a lion.
Yeah, it's not a big cage either. So it's not like it's not like an enclosure. You think, oh, maybe I can juke the fuck out of these guys. It's like one singular box cage you would see at the old timey kind of zookeeper kind of
That's
like
an
circus
easy
thing.
answer.
What's that?
Obviously, it wouldn't be the fucking honey badger and lion.
Yeah, you'd fucking die. You'd die instantly. Like, you'd have maybe like a half second before they close the distance. And then you're just fucking dead. You just
Honey
like
badgers are
the
notorious
rest of
for
those
being
19.
just
Yeah, and a lion, bro.
Honey
Like,
badgers hunt snakes, right?
more than just that. They hunt things that are bigger than them because they're so fucking like insane. They sleep
Crackheads.
poison off that would kill a fucking elephant.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, they get bit by snakes all the time. They're just like, all right, fuck you, buddy.
time for a nap. Of course, the option's the fucking hobo's toe.
Man's going for hobo toe. The good old suck for 2 minutes.
just keep a bar of soap on you, bro.
Exactly. I'd fucking drink bleach
Mm.
after that. Fuck that. Go back to 2019.
Oh, God.
Damn,
Do you
dude.
want a Tide Pod?
Yum.
Oh man, man's be sucking on some hobo toes, it seems.
Gosh, dude, I still remember walking into some stores and seeing the Tide Pods locked away. That was a
remember that
sad time,
idiots,
man.
dude.
I was like, wow, some people are really just that retarded. Like,
Yeah.
actually, like how you're eating soap.
But it looks so delicious,
It
and
looks like candy, therefore it
there are
must be.
3 different flavors, all in one.
What's
How
your
do
favorite
they
flavor of
even
Tide
chew
Pod? I
through the
love this
plastic?
crystal clear.
Like they have to
They bite
realize
into
they
it.
have to chew through the plastic, right? And it's
They'd bite
not
into it.
like
No, but it'd
a
be like
normal.
those weird like they basically would just like do like put a puncture with their teeth and just kind of suck it out.
Yeah, stupid.
So many fucking
stupid.
throat burns and ass burns and shit. Oh my god. Let's change the topic before I hate the human race anymore.
It's
Yeah,
too
yeah.
late, bro.
Yeah, no. I go for some hobo toes. All right.
Yeah, see?
I ain't getting fucked up. What are you talking about?
Exactly, dude. You'd be
All right.
fucking gone in seconds in a fucking cage like that.
All right. Let's see how honorable you all are.
Okay.
How honorable you think? Who do you think's the most honorable here? That's the first question. That's a
Oh,
hard
we'll
one.
see.
That's a hard. Put your fucking hand down, Andrew. and okay. And then you'll see what I mean by honorable. Would you rather, if all four of us were hanging out and we all got kidnapped or taken, and we were gonna be killed one by one? Would you rather be the first killed or the last killed?
If it was like set in
Mm.
stone,
You see, I don't know. I'm in the mindset where I don't put myself in that situation in the first place, even if I die, just because, like, I don't want to get kidnapped ever. I'm
No
fucking
shit,
going
but
out
it
swinging
happened, dipshit.
before.
And answer the question.
I'm going out first just because, like, man, I let this happen to myself. Fuck that. I'm out.
Dude, you want to be the guy that's gotta make someone else suffer and watch everyone else die?
Huh?
That's
Wait,
the thing,
no,
I feel like
I'm
it could be
dying first.
That's the thing, I feel like it could
No,
be
I know.
selfish to die first
That's what I'm
because
saying. Yeah, because if you die first,
No,
your friends are
fucking.
watching you die, and then they have to suffer longer because they gotta witness all their friends die.
I would rather die last because I would like to try to be there to comfort my friends
Yeah.
while they die.
That's what I would say. Because you gotta think about it. If you're the first one to die, it means you suffer the least compared to everyone else. Everyone else has to sit there and wait and watch.
yeah, I'd fight Felix for last.
I'd
Fuck
fight you
you.
all for
Deathmatch.
that.
I'll suck your toes for
That's
last.
gonna be so weird. It's like kill him
No.
first.
Kill
It's
him
gonna be like
first.
honorably weird. Like I want to suffer the most. No, I want to suffer
I'll
the
do
most.
it. You.
We'll be on our knees with our hands behind our backs, fucking trying to crawl in front of each other into the gun.
Chest bump, but just no.
Just fucking pull the
Shoot me now.
trigger.
Shoot me. Jumping in
Next thing
front
you
of
know,
you.
they
That was
dump
right before.
gasoline all over all of us and just burn us all at the same time.
Hey, if we learn anything from Modern Warfare 2, people will still think we're alive.
You right.
Just because they didn't put enough, gasoline animation.
Right.
And then they did. You see that in the remaster? They put they doubled up on like how long and how much gasoline they use,
I
and
didn't see
increased
that.
the flame animation and moved the bullet hole to his actual head. It's like he's not fucking alive. Stop saying he's fucking alive. Ghost is fucking dead.
Yikes. That's oh my
Like,
god.
I'm sorry. You guys are the biggest fucking idiots because you failed on so many COD games that the community itself came up with a fucking retcon that would have saved everything. And you're like, fuck your retcon. We're right. You doubled down on a shitty decision to not like, hey, COD Ghosts? We might be bringing back Ghosts. Nope. Completely different fucking horrible storyline. Like, you could have taken that retcon by the community and decided, oh shit, we can make something out of this. Nope.
Right.
Nope. You double down like, yeah, we made a shitty idea. I love that. No, but I kind of
That is death in gaming history.
yeah, there. Yeah. I mean, obviously, you want deaths to have impact, but like if your company is kind of shitting the bed the past couple years, a little bit
Why
of fan
not take an
service,
idea?
a
Yeah.
little bit of fan service, can go a long way because it means one, you're listening to fans, and two, you're not a lost cause. No one wants you to be like relying on fan service, but if you're failing and your fans are desperate for something, give them what they want because then it shows you care.
Right.
All right.
I don't know. I still think the saddest death was the Last of Us rabbit.
Fuck off.
Oh my
Sad,
god,
man.
that's the cutest thing I've ever seen. Like, oh my god. Everyone that's
God,
like seen that.
Why are you reminding me of The Last of Us right now?
They ruined that game.
They didn't ruin it.
They ruined.
I don't think they ruined it.
ruined
No, you just
I
forgot who
don't.
the main character was.
They ruined it. No, seriously, they ruined it.
They
'Cause
killed Joel
here's-
too early. I agree, but I don't
They
think they ruined
no,
it.
they quite. I'm gonna explain why they ruined it. They ruined it because they tried to do all this shit. They made the buff chick out to be the enemy immediately by doing a very heinous act that no matter what perspective you take, and following it or prior to it, we
Mhm.
like in the first game you completely like grew on Joel and Ellie as a partner, as like a partnership, as like a father, like a sub
Do
father
you
kind
remember
of
why she
daughter.
killed Joel?
I know why, and I can get into
Why?
that. I'll get into that,
Okay.
and I know yeah, it makes
Giving
sense from
himself
her.
time to look it up.
No, I know it
Wait,
makes sense for her perspective because I mean, okay, yeah. Spoiler warning for anyone: her dad was the surgeon. Okay, her
He
dad,
killed her dad.
yeah, and you killed a million motherfuckers in any game. But that's just a video game. I know that sounds horrible, but the amount of people you kill in The Last of Us and all these other things, you kill a million people, and every single one of them is gonna have some kind of family that's gonna mourn their life or not. You never know.
Right.
Like in Call of Duty, you're killing a bunch of Russians, and all of a sudden they're that letter in the virtual world is gonna be sent home to their fucking family in the potato fields, telling them, hey, by the way, Ruski didn't come home.
That's
But you're
also
not gonna
different though
see that
than
side.
a decrepit world where there's not a whole lot of people
Well,
left.
I get that, but what I'm saying is
There's
like
more room for vengeance in an
they
area
they
like that.
they took away a main fundamental character immediately, which made everyone hate this bitch
Right.
extensively. And then they put you in her shoes, and nobody could sympathize with her because there was no fucking reason to, because they immediately put her out as the enemy. And no matter how much you would get, like you would show the nice side of her, everyone was like, "Oh, I don't care. Fuck this chick. She killed my fucking like my favorite character." They didn't write it in a way where like, "Oh, we liked her before she killed him."
I agree
So that
that
no,
they could have done hold on, I agree they could have done better because I do like The Last of Us 2. I'm not saying it's an amazing game, but I do like it. I agree they could have done it better, but I also think that the way they went about it is probably the best outcome they could have done. Yes, they should have not killed Joel right away, and yes, they should have given you more context with Abby before she fucking murdered Joel and stuff like that. But I don't think that it was an awful game. I don't think they completely ruined it.
I don't know. I feel like that, but that one mistake, in my opinion, ruined the whole game. Because
Yeah, because think though, it's also
you
the
have to.
bias of the people. That's not the company's fault. That's the bias of the people.
It's not only the bias of people. It's
It
like
is.
you have to establish in any story. I don't care what it is. I don't care if it's this game or the next game. If you establish a main character to be loved and cared for, and then you immediately kill that other character by someone you have no idea who fucking cared, and then you ask for them to sympathize with that character after the fact, you've set yourself up to fail. Because
Villainization by
there's
proxy. I know.
there's no reason to sympathize with that character after they committed such a heinous act. You have to
Right.
ease them into a heinous act, but after you've already made the people like, oh, I can understand why they're doing this. But if you shoot the dog and then explain, oh, you know, after this long drawn out thing that the dog, did something once in its life that was heinous, but it was in good faith on your perspective. You're like, well, that was still the fucking dog that I loved.
It also depends on the story you're going for, though, because there is a shock. There is shock culture in story depending on how you're telling it. What they did is they went for the immediate shock factor for it.
Yes, I know, but I mean, it's hard to
It's.
sympathize with the character after you do that, and they really were desperate to
I
do that.
agree. That was the point, though. I think they wanted it to be hard for you to sympathize for her.
Um, I don't know. In my opinion, it ruined it. I think you're right. It was a good story. It had a lot of good moments. But I think if they had done it a little better.
I play both games more than once now, and after
Well, yeah, I think after the second time you play it, you know what's gonna happen,
yeah.
and you already
Well, it's
know
not
her
just that.
story.
The more you play it, the more you get to actually think about it while you're playing. Because at first, when you're going into a game, your thoughts are so everywhere because something happens immediately, and you're like, "What the fuck is going on?" No matter what.
Yeah, I still also
I
love.
hmm?
But I was gonna say I still also love though that game theorists basically proved that the surgery wouldn't have mattered anyway, and that it wouldn't even work. So that it was
Yeah,
like
yeah.
his
So I
whole
mean,
surgery, anything would have already was just a waste of like
yeah, that
they
was
were
the whole point
practically
of the
already
story. That's
killing
why
Ellie.
Joel saved her because they knew it had a low chance. It explained that in the game.
Well, no, like what's it called? Like game theory, basically like in an extent, like was talking about how it's a fungal virus, and
Yeah,
and the way they were going to harvest it anyway. Not that it was a low chance of working, but it was a 0% chance that it would have
yeah,
worked. Like and like just that it was not even like how the immunity came to in fruition,
right.
and so like I don't know.
Well, it's
That's
because
just
the
kind of funny to
surgeons
me.
did what the government does. They test things that they have like an inkling that might work, and then when it doesn't work, they're like, "Oh, whoops, sorry, your family's dead." But now we know.
Yeah. Yeah, that's like the biggest controversial thing that caused the second game was fucking
Yeah.
plants anyway.
I love the first game, but in the first game they put way less thought into how things actually worked with the virus and everything than they did with the second game. With the second game, they actually did more research and backed up their theories and everything a little bit better.
All right, let's get off from debating on what last
Yeah.
game we're on. But would you rather be shot or stabbed?
Shot. It's
Shot.
easy. Shot.
Yeah, I'm good with being shot. Andrew?
Baby face.
I'm so sorry for the video watchers today. Andrew has decided to be silent and stare at the camera in a very stupid face. He's back now after
You're
he's
welcome.
realized
No shot.
everyone's wanting to be shot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why would you want to be fucking stabbed?
I
Does
didn't
anyone-
ask for it.
It's not
Huh?
a good feeling.
It's not. Okay. Shooting now, like it can be more deadly if it okay, let's be honest. Either thing is deadly. You're getting penetrated into your, let's say for example, chest cavity, and you're just like, yeah, you got big ouch. But bullet very fast. It's still gonna fucking hurt. Stab very slow, also not ever very precise either. And like,
It's a lot more tearing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was gonna say like a bullet. You have the chance of being clean through, or at least
Yeah.
you know
what
wherever
I was
it
gonna
wherever it hits, it's
Wound.
relatively
Yeah.
precise on like whatever trajectory it's going. It's gonna
And
keep that trajectory roughly.
also, most likely, a stab wound is going to create a lot more blood flow.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot less
Feels like-
likely to go away for a stab wound too. I still have
So-
one on my side, right
This
right on my
is-
hip.
Yeah, this is easy to treat because it's a clean in, clean out kind of quick stab. It's a sharp blade. You can suture that back up, right? Once it gets to here, this is when you have problems.
Well, that's not entirely true. It depends on
It
what
doesn't matter how
Well,
clean.
depends
were-
on how something is cut.
If you were on the side of the road, you just got hit and shot.
If you cut an
go-
artery,
you go to the medical office will, whatever, get it stitched up, and you can be okay, possibly, depending if it didn't hit anything important. With a knife, though, if it's just a clean, like little pocket knife, you just got little, you can get bled out for a little bit, but you might be more better off okay. If you get hit with like this little gritty end and it's ripping out flesh and everything and tearing up arteries, dude, you got a very low chance.
if you
Okay,
cut if you
yes,
cut an
you're
artery
correct.
in a way where it legit can't be stitched back together, you're fine. And that's more
Yes,
likely to happen
Andrew,
with
you're
a knife.
correct that when it gets down to the teeth, it's going to be a lot harder to do anything with, but it's already difficult to fix stab wounds for various reasons. I mean, when a bullet hits your body, it is most of the time inevitably going straight in a direction depending on what you're getting shot with. With a knife, people's hands are shaky as fuck. It could do a bunch of damage while it's inside you before you take it out, no matter what
They just
size,
stab you,
what
like,
it's got
doing
on
the
it, anything.
biggest quick movement.
Well, also you think like I don't know, like shot or stabbed. Is it once, twice, or how many? Like if I'm getting shot at by at least a distant range, I have a better chance of dodging that than the guy who's in my stomach already, pulling out and doing 27 stab wounds in the span of 5 seconds.
Yeah.
So you have a better chance of evading gunfire in a high octane situation than you do some trying to push away the guy who's locked arm on your fucking on like the back of your neck, locked in, just stabbing you into your torso. I'm good. I give me a shot. I'm good. I'll take a shot. I won't take a stab. Fuck that shit. That's morbid. That's a morbid one, but all of us have guns. All of us have blades. So
Mhm.
kind of curious to see everyone's interpretations on that one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're all a bunch of gamers. Damn, time flies. I think I'm already on second trivia here soon.
Oh, sick.
Yeah, it's already we're
It's
about
already.
almost over.
Oh, we also started a little bit late too, didn't we?
We
Yeah.
did.
Well, we started late, but based off live stream time,
It was late by
at-
like a couple minutes, though. Nothing crazy.
oh, it was only like what 5? No, it was like we
I think it was
started.
6 minutes.
We didn't start 5 minutes early. We started 2 minutes past noon. So we usually would start at 11:55 to start officially at noon.
We're only 50 minutes in.
Yeah, we're only 50 minutes. All right, we're going to trivia number 3 or number 2. Sorry, number 2.
Ooh.
Oh, that's not the right thing at all. Okay, cool. My bad. Trivia 2. Would You Rather's most popular website, either.io, was launched in what year? This is the blue and red.
Either.io?
Yeah.
Oh, the
Or-
would you rather? Oh,
Oh, yeah. I
what
know.
year was it launched?
What year was it launched?
2012.
Okay, well, the options are 2010, 2012, and 2013.
2012.
I want to say 2013.
So we got 2012, 2013. Dave, what do you think?
I feel like a website like that wouldn't be that hard to build, but at the same time
wouldn't.
to like have enough like I guess questions to fill it. I don't know.
The thing about either is they're actually people made and voted on.
Mhm.
So, like, if it's, I think you can submit them, and if they don't get enough votes, they don't go to the main website.
Say 2013.
So we have 2012 and 2 2013s, right?
I think so,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yep.
All right. Well, the answer either was launched in 2012
Oh, damn.
that showcased a red and blue answer to a would you rather question. Became the kind of standard would you rather style for websites to follow it. And then I think it was the main one that launched into popularity. And that's what kind of created the whole would you rather YouTube videos and the
Right.
trends later in the following years. And yeah. How many times have you guys used that kind of website where it's like when you're bored, the would you rather?
I've actually never
So,
watched it.
actually,
Never.
around in 2013, a bunch of friends and I would hop on there like, we'd get fucking stoned and then just hop on there, bored as fuck, and spend hours on it because we'd be mind dead, just brain dead. So I used it a lot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've never touched it, so I know nothing of that site.
Yeah, I haven't really used it either.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it was more commonly seen on.
YouTube and stuff.
Yeah.
YouTube videos, just galore. I remember
Mhm.
seeing so many of my favorite YouTubers like within the
People
span
were
of a
pumping
week.
that shit out.
Yeah, just within a week, everybody was doing these would you rather's. Some
Yeah.
of them got a little weird.
Yeah.
I think there was also a lot of controversy around some of the answers some people gave then.
Well, not just some of the answers, some of the questions, because you'd be on there, and before they were actually moderating the questions, there were some fucked up ones on there.
Yeah. My gosh, speaking of before moderation came on and it was really messed up. You remember freaking Cleverbot?
Oh my god, Cleverbot Eve.
Oh my god.
I haven't thought about that in so long.
It just popped in my mind just because we're going back.
Yeah, that was like when YouTube was just that trend of YouTube was to go on these fucking
That was
weird
around
websites.
2012.
Yeah, the weird websites and talk to
Mhm.
AIs. You do the button. The would you rather?
God, I wonder how insane Cleverbot is
Oh,
nowadays.
do you guys remember the up and down? Like, how often is this searched on a monthly basis? It's like
Yeah.
this is more.
Yeah.
This is less. This is less. This is more. Oh man, all those websites were just a huge trend. in early
Maybe that should be the
2010s.
next week's podcast is old YouTube trends.
We'll see. Actually, I don't know. I'm trying to think what I should do for our in-person. Or I don't want to know.
What's up?
He's eating.
Okay.
Yeah, I got some hot food.
If you're on the video perspective, you'll kind of understand what I meant by that. But yeah. Next,
I'd be
would you
down to do
rather?
like
Huh?
a little like old YouTube kind of thing. Olden days of the early days of YouTube, early days of social media, just
Oh, early days of social media is just scary, bro.
Yeah, that shit's terrifying.
horror stories galore.
Live Leak doesn't exist anymore, right?
Last I heard, yeah, it got taken down.
Yeah,
Let me look.
that was.
There's an alternative to it now, but yeah, Live Leak finally got taken down. I think it was by the FBI.
Really?
Yeah.
Was that because they're posting terrorist photos or videos and stuff, like recruitment videos?
No, because you can still find terrorist videos and shit on Facebook every now and then.
No, I know, but like, I'm pretty sure Live Leak was where specifically like ISIS was
Why
trying
did
to recruit.
Live? I remember Live Leak was where really fucked up military members would post a lot of the shit that they do.
Oh, of course.
Down.
I'm just trying to remember the specific reason the government took it down.
Co-founder on why the notorious video site shut down. Let's see. Their first rose from infancy in 2007. Why'd they say infamy instead of infamousy? Wouldn't it be no, it would be infamy. Never mind, my bad. I'm
Infamy,
dumb.
Infamousy. Oh, man. All right. Well, he looks for that. We're gonna set up a new one, just to get the minds going.
So
Oh.
there's been a lot of speculation, but the owner, the creator of the website said there are various reasons I'm not going into. Above all, it was just like, this is it. This is the time. So there's probably reasons that he can't say for a lot
Wow.
of different
Probably.
yeah, so
I don't blame him. I really fucked up reasons. But
yeah.
would you rather beat up a 7-year-old or beat up a
Fuck them
70
kids.
or beat up a 77-year-old?
Oh man. Okay. So
77.
here's my thought with
77-year-olds
it.
know better. 7-year-olds don't.
Here's
What'd
my
you
thought
say?
too. Go ahead, Dave.
No, that is it. 77-year-olds know how to act. 7-year-olds don't. So yeah, I'll beat up the 77-year-old. The kids
Shut
have
your
an
face,
excuse,
Grandma.
But here's my reasoning. A 77-year-old and a 7-year-old would both probably die just as easy
Oh
as each
my
other, right?
god.
And I would
Old
rather
people
kill a
have more crunch to
77-year-old
them.
because they've already lived so much of their life. So
Man's
if I'm
going
beating
straight.
on a 77-year-old and he ends up fucking comatose afterwards,
Man
know.
knows when he starts beating people up, he just can't control himself till they're fucking dead. Like, I'm gonna kick the shit out of this 77-year-old.
like, you look at me like that, old man, I'll shove your fucking beans down your
Oh
throat.
my
Your
god.
beans?
I'd rather it'd be 77-year-old for me.
My god.
More elderly violence, less child violence.
Yeah, I think we can. all
That
agree
is a wild statement. Yeah, let's fuck them 77-year-olds. Fuck out of them. No, yeah, I kind of got the rationalization of, was it Dave said he'd be up a 77-year-old. You mean you're older, you've lived longer, and act your fucking the right way. If you're on my
Right.
nerves, if I had a bratty 7-year-old and a bratty fucking 77-year-old, shut your face, grandma. I'm gonna beat the fuck out you.
Dude, I've met some people here in their 60s that just fucking act like they're 13 still. I'm like, what is wrong with you?
I swear, man, it's like after a certain age, you just start going backwards in age mentally.
I mean, dementia is only excused to a certain extent, grandma. Come on.
Oh my god, speaking of, have you guys seen the latest thing on Alzheimer's research recently?
What?
Mm,
Everything we know about Alzheimer's, all the research we've done has basically just gone down the toilet.
Oh,
Why?
great.
So, I need to read up on it more, but I was watching a little bit of a documentary last night, and essentially what I gathered is the dude who, there was this guy who published an article of his findings that there was this one protein cell in your brain that I can't remember if he said it caused Alzheimer's or makes it a lot worse. So we've been spending the past 16 years on that protein trying to either deaden it or find some way to treat it so Alzheimer's either isn't as bad or we can stop it. And we just found out that all of that was bogus and we just spent 16 years on bullshit.
Wonderful.
Nice.
Good to hear.
So if you've ever
Progress.
donated to an Alzheimer's charity, just ask for your money back real quick.
Right? God damn.
That's horrible.
That's awful.
I'll
Yeah.
have to look up on that. That's horrible. I love that. Trust the science, and then the scientists are like, oh, by the way, 16 years of fucking wrong shit. Thanks for all your money, bitches. We've been wasting it on nothing.
Right.
So obviously, you have to track every path, but you're on the same path for 16 years, and someone's like, oh yeah, I figured out you're all wrong.
That's why, like, and I know people always get annoyed with me on it, but that's why whenever people tell me something, immediately I'm double checking the fucking facts because I hate being told something and just believing someone. They're like, oh, hey, actually, I just found out.
Yeah. Fuck, dude. Yeah, don't trust everything you hear, and don't give your money to places you don't trust.
Mm-hmm.
Because I can't imagine how many times people have been like, oh, we're so close to finding out this Alzheimer's thing. Oh yeah, by the way, we're
Nope.
wrong. Thanks for the money. Thanks for paying for our administration bills.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think
Kinda like
the
pulling
dude who
a
came out with that research originally made a shit ton of fucking dosh too.
Oh man.
kind of pulling a No Man's Sky.
Fuck.
God. All
Sorry,
right.
I don't mean to bash on No Man's Sky. No Man's Sky is amazing now. Like flat out freaking
Yeah.
amazing.
I mean, I haven't gotten into it yet. I want to see I really held off. I was so like, oh, I want to get into No Man's Sky.
Good thing you held off. I'll tell
My
you that.
computer was not good enough. Plus, I heard that it was like dog shit, and I'm like, I'll wait until I get a better computer, and it's actually good. And I've heard it's getting better. So
legitimately an actually very, very good game now.
yeah,
Isn't
It's
what?
all right.
it's all right. Dave said.
I mean, I played it a lot once like it got better. Like I never bought it when it originally came out because I heard how dog shit it was. But like
Yeah.
Last time I played it,
when they
yeah.
did fix when they fixed everything, then I actually played it and I played it like a lot and it kind of just like becomes a cycle of just build base new world. And it's randomly generated. There's a lot of new shit everywhere and it's cool. But like I don't know, the game cycle is kind of funky. I just want
That-
the only thing I haven't done in that game is get like
Mhm.
a huge capital ship,
Right.
like because those are mega expensive, or at least the ones that I want to get because they have one that looks like a Star Destroyer from like episodes 4, 5, and 6.
Oh, I've seen those.
But they're also like 80 million credits or some shit like that. And I'm like, bruh. Just like, bruh.
You're talking about the freighters?
The big ass ones, yeah.
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 Like you have your
From
freighters,
through
but
the
then you
black
also have like this
eclipse of the
big
sun.
old capital ship.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I know those things, man. Those are intense. I saw one once when I was just floating around a planet and like it was just a random NPC like flown in thing, but it literally eclipsed some of the sun. It was just freaking massive. And I think it's funny because when you actually go into them, you only have like such a limited area you can roam around in. Like I
Mhm.
want to explore the entire ship.
Oh,
I think it'd be kind of cool if you could walk in and check out your cargo bay and everything you put in it.
I think you can now.
really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can also build like up on the inside of your ship and everything and make a complete layout, but
The thing with No Man's Sky for me though is last time I played it, it was like a year ago, but it was still after they fixed a bunch of shit. The objectives were completely fucking glitched. Like I try to
yeah, I do
hop
remember
on
that
the
too.
objective. Yeah, I tried to do an objective that I didn't quite get done, and it would just fucking not work.
Yeah. I mean, I'm glad I held out. I'll hope to see next couple
Right.
time. I got the 30 series. I got a lot of games that I never really thought I would be able to play or even consider playing.
Mm-hmm.
Be able to.
Mhm.
I think I got one more for us, and then we're gonna head off to the YouTube exclusive.
Absolutely.
And
Tell them about that.
so here's the last would you rather before we get there. Would you rather be known for fucking a sibling or relative, even though you
Oh,
didn't, or would you rather actually sleep with them once, but no one will ever know you actually did it?
that one's fucked.
That's
Fucking awful.
what the
So would you be known as So I don't know how many of you guys actually have a sibling.
Would
here.
you be known as the incest man without doing incest, or would you actually do it without anybody knowing about it?
Told you
Like-
guys this a few times, so I think you should know my answer. My sister has autism, so
So yes.
fuck no. I'd rather be known for it than actually do it. Fuck that. At least
Everyone-
I know the truth.
So everywhere you go, people thought you fucked your autistic sister.
Well,
At least I will die with God knowing the truth. Okay.
How honorable. I fucked my brother.
Yeah, I feel like a brother's better than a sister. alright.
I'd fuck my brother. I'd fuck my brother. No one would know. I don't care.
step bro.
I'd get it over with.
Step
I'd bite the bullet. This is purely hypothetical. If he came up to me and said he wanted to fight me, I'd punch him right in the fucking jaw. But hypothetically, if I was put in this situation, I'd just say, all right, pull out your fucking ass. I don't care. Let's just get it over with.
Just get it over it.
Bruh.
I mean, I'm not gonna be known to fuck. I'm like, yeah, fuck that. I'm not gonna let that happen.
Are we talking like everybody will know?
Yeah, everywhere you go. It's like,
Everybody.
Everywhere you
yeah,
go.
it's like a super advanced fucking sex offender registry, except like everywhere, like people just know when they see you. Oh, hey, that guy fucked his sister.
Shit. Yeah, okay, big bro, where you
It's
at?
like you got your fucking
Your fucking brother. I'm scared.
They just have a picture of you everywhere. Like this
Yeah.
guy fucked his brother.
Yeah, no, big bro, where you at? Man, I got work, man. I gotta have jobs.
Yeah, Dave. what
Funny
about you,
because
man?
Andrew's the only one here that's the only child.
Wait, you have a brother?
Older,
How
Oh,
old
you
is
do have a sibling?
sorta, yeah.
I thought you were an only child.
Technically, yes.
he? Is it
In
incest?
another
Then?
marriage, no.
Is it technically-
Ah,
okay?
They're way older than I am, though.
Okay. Dave,
Or
what about
anyway.
you? Who you fucking or not fucking?
I don't know. This one's just fucked.
It is fucked. That's the point.
you know, Dave. How about you just consult your brother about it real quick? Be like, hey, in
Oh
this hypothetical situation, would you let me fuck your ass?
my god.
I guess I'll just take that, bro. Like,
I mean,
fuck.
we're all mentally strong-willed. We could probably sweep it on the rug. Like, oh yeah, that happened. Who cares? But like, the world can't do that. The world's not gonna sweep it under the rug.
Yeah, no. If I'm gonna
Yeah.
be going to like a job interview in like the next few years,
It's like,
or
it's like,
something
So I
so
heard you
what's your
fucked
work
Oh.
experience? Why'd you
Oh.
fuck your brother? It's like, it's like, oh my god. Where you go? I didn't though, but
listen,
you fucking
man,
did.
listen. My hand was stuck in the washer. All right, it hurt.
All right, we're gonna
but-
go. We don't need to get into detail about how you got fucked. I like how Andrew went to the thing
I was
where
about to
his
say
hand was
Andrew's
stuck.
going for the subby.
Yeah, no, yeah, he goes into the situation where he's the one getting fucked. Everyone else is like, oh yeah, we're fucking no. Andrew, I'm betting over.
You know what though? Andrew's playing 4D chess right now. Imagine you were the one that got done by your brother, all right? And now everybody knows it wasn't exactly your choice.
So you're gonna throw your sibling under the bus and that they raped you.
Bro.
No. We're getting into it. We're getting into it. We're getting
No.
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 All right. Well, thank you for stopping by on this podcast. The Would You Rather was an interesting topic for today. I think it would be funny just to kind of hear the dumb shit that we would get into and the rationalizations behind that dumb shit. And I think we hit a really rock bottom. I wanted to hit him with a really bad one to end with, and I did not expect it to get this bad. Where Andrew would hope to be. Well, we're not gonna do it. So we'll see you guys in the next. And then after that one, hopefully we'll all be in person. Hopefully we'll see the entire crew on the one after. this
Andrew has
next
some
one.
underlying Oni-chan issues.
Okay, we're good. But thank you guys. Thank you guys for stopping by.
Bye-bye.
And I'll see you guys on the YouTube exclusive. And yeah. Have a good afternoon or a good week. We'll see you again. Bye. What? welcome back. The YouTube exclusive portion where we'll be doing a would you rather than a trivia. We usually do is a trivia, but for this time, you're going to put your would you rathers and which choice you decide in the comments. So we'll get to see what people decide to pick. Maybe even see which one's more popular of a choice. These ones are a lot less horrific than the ones we did. This one is a lot more tame. So let me pull this one up real quick. Would you rather be invisible for as long as you can hold your breath or be able to fly at 30 miles per hour?
Okay. Does flying with 30 miles per hour also come with the ability to withstand the G's of 30 miles an hour in the wind?
30 miles an hour isn't that bad, but yes. I
Okay,
mean,
but when you have wind also blowing on you and stuff. and
yeah,
you're
no,
gonna-
I mean,
Okay.
you're able to comfortably fly at 30 miles per hour.
I
Whatever
think
that
even over
entails.
time of flying, like if that's your up to speed, you can go slower and like build up your tolerance.
True. I go with the flying.
Yeah,
Not have
I'd
to deal with
fly.
In terms
traffic
of
anymore.
flying, does it have to be
Gas
just,
prices,
like-
bro. Don't
Oh my
got new
God.
Yeah, but
clothes.
only 30 miles per hour. So if you gotta go anywhere, you can't even go 60. Like that's
Yeah,
But
but
here's the
going
thing,
in the air
roads
30
just
miles an
take
hour is way better than
You
road.
don't have to take rights or lefts. You can go
Yeah, you
any
don't have to do
direction.
this, going
Yeah.
around turns, doing looping around. You just go whoop.
so you all went for the flying immediately.
We're flying rather than swimming.
What?
Yeah. If I can breathe underwater.
Swimming? What?
You're talking about holding your breath.
No. Oh yeah, but it's
Invisibility.
be invisible
You're
for as
invisible
long as you hold your breath.
Oh, what?
You'd be actually every time you went swimming, yeah, you'd be invisible.
I mean, you'd be one hell of a fucking special forces
Can't
operator.
imagine drowning and just going completely invisible.
Do you know how much fuck shit you could do with the idea
Never
that you
be
can
seen
become
again.
invisible?
You're whitewater rafting. You go under the water, and they're like, "Crap, where'd he go?"
Can't find your body
Gone.
ever.
Yeah,
There's just a hole in the water somewhere.
it'd be
God,
really.
yeah, no,
Well, yeah,
fly.
that'd be kind of interesting to think. Everyone always thinks, oh, you're invisible underwater.
No, there would be a
But then
gap.
there's water displacement.
Yeah.
So there would just be a perfectly air bubbled version of yourself kind of in the spot where you are.
Right.
Imagine Bubble Buddy.
Yeah, practically. Yeah, you'd practically
Yeah,
be a bubble
basically.
buddy underwater.
But still with shadows and stuff, that wouldn't be like the way light refracts. It wouldn't be too easy to see.
Well, if
No,
you're
of
invisible,
course.
light would pass through you, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
Not
no.
necessarily. Light refracts off of a lot of stuff. So if you are moving around the water, but there's
Oh,
no skin for it to refract off of, it's gonna still refract off of the water that's being kind of displaced.
Or they would
Yeah.
just find your clothes.
I mean, it'll be good because at a distance you wouldn't be able to see a blob. Like if like people are really close to it, they'll be able to see your outline of the water
Right.
displacement.
Theoretically, at least. I mean, to be completely honest, we don't know for sure.
No,
but
well, I
theoretically.
mean, that's if that's what works. If you're just visually invisible, you'd still be displacing water because you'd be physically there.
Right.
So it would just be an empty, it would look like an empty space of air in the shape of you taking it
That's
out.
why I say theoretically, though, because we don't have anything clear enough to be invisible like that we could test that theory
That
with.
is true.
Hmm.
But what? So you guys don't want to fly? Because I think I'm okay with it. I just want
I'd
to
go
see
with
who.
fly.
Because a lot of people like the invisible thing, but there's always like, would you rather be able to fly or be invisible? But there's no
Right.
there's no caveat to it. There's no like, oh, you can only go so fast, or you can only be invisible for so long.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I don't see a benefit of really being invisible, to be honest.
actually, I was at breakfast today, and Erin and her daughter and my mom all said invisible.
Really?
Yeah. I was like,
Did
what
they
the
give a reason?
her daughter was like, "Oh, I like to stalk people." Well, that's fucking like
She's probably like, "Ooh, I'd like to peek in on Ken."
she's in the room right now. No,
Hi.
She's just holding her breath.
no. Yeah.
No, yeah,
But I mean,
definitely fly.
right? Well, yeah, I think I also want to fly, which is kind of cool. Good to see that.
Pretty cool.
But
I mean, that's even to say, even if you're in the water, you would technically just be able to fly out of water, right?
Hmm.
You
Yeah.
can jet ski.
I mean, would you be able to fly? You could be able to fly through water.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'd
you're not
do
really
it.
swimming. It's almost like a no clip almost, but not really. Obviously, the water is going to still be pushing against you.
All right.
But
Right.
like,
All right.
like,
Real quick, what's your flying? How do you fly? Just T pose? Just G pose fly
yeah.
out.
I mean,
Oh,
you
fuck.
decide. You decide. You could joke around with it. You could T pose. You could fly around like Superman. But like, imagine flying like the sideways Superman, 30 miles an hour. You know how pathetic you'd fucking look.
You know what though? I would fly like Superman, but I wouldn't be going in the direction of my fist. I would be going in the direction of my right side. So I'd be flying just fucking horizontally, sideways.
Oh
So
my
you look
god.
like someone just timed out of a COD lobby, and they're
Yeah,
just
basically.
facing this way, but they're going.
Yeah, that'd be fucking great. I love that.
A pose while you're flying.
There
just
you go.
just
Always.
up and away. And you go diagonally up, like completely the wrong
People
direction.
would just be like, "What the fuck is
What's
that
wrong with
idiot
that guy?"
doing?"
He's the special man, not Superman. All right.